You're not kidding. I mean, some of the ugliest bitches I've ever seen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what we were talking about before the show was we were at Boardwalk Rock, Justin and I, and there's 3 giant concerts. Boardwalk Rock is huge. It's
Boardwalk
sold out.
Rock was fucking awesome.
It's sold out. I mean, there's throngs of people.
Good
there,
job.
right?
Good job, 98 Rock.
Yeah. Hey, we heard at the ass end of the thing too from the promoters. Your boys at WYYY pushed that son of a bitch across the finish line with 2 hands. So we'll be there next year. Yeah, that was a great time.
So, but there's 3 concerts.
Can't make it.
There's,
It wasn't a pageant.
There's Country Calling.
Yes.
There's Oceans Calling, and there's Boardwalk Rock. The 3 festivals that are down there. Boardwalk Rock by a lot.
And I've only been to, I went to Ocean City during Oceans Calling, but wasn't at the concert. But I got to drink in the fair. My friend Bob Delmont from WPOC, Delmont's Diner, middays, WPOC Radio, I think 93.1. He and his station helped host Country Calling, and I got to see his social. And then we were clearly entrenched at Boardwalk Rock. So I'm available. I know who's walking up and down that runway.
Yeah, by far the ugliest people.
Except for the DLP listeners.
The
Except
DLP
for the
listeners
DLP
are
listeners.
gorgeous.
Glowing.
Lovely.
But you have to remember the demo, right? Who's going to Boardwalk Rock?
Yeah.
People who, they
live on the boardwalk.
These bands are from the 80s and 90s.
They live under the boardwalk.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Def Leppard was around when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's who's
Def
going.
Leppard was the first band poster I ever had in my bedroom when I was 7.
Yeah.
I'm
that's
46.
Who is going to this? Alice Cooper's there.
Yes.
He's 77.
Alice Cooper's up there.
That's who's going to this show. Now, I'm not saying that there weren't some attractive women there. There were. But if you took it...
What about the men?
If you took... They were even worse. Okay? If you took it at the... Because a lot of them, the failure
Joe
to
was
launch,
George Clooney there.
Oh,
I
George was
look
Ryan
like,
fucking
yes,
Reynolds.
I go in there like
They wouldn't know what to
Deadpool,
do with you. Yes.
Yes.
And not badly burned. Okay,
Yeah.
pre-cancer Deadpool.
Yeah, they want to clarify
and
that.
they but everybody who's there, they graduated in 1982. That's when they, that's who's there. And some of them they still like to kind of
remind you that they were at Hammerjacks.
put their concert wear on. You know what I mean? Some of
Kelsey
them like
says
to-
the men were creeping on the young people there.
Were they creeping on the
That
youngins?
sounds disgusting.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were.
I never talked to 20-year-olds.
I saw Kelsey, and she was there with her man, and she was the youngest person at Boardwalk Rock.
Pam and Rob were there. Pam with that
by
awesome
about
new
30
short hair.
years.
Right.
Yes.
Pam's got that awesome new
Hi,
short
Pam.
haircut. Mwah. Love it. The DLP listeners, and I'm not saying this because you're Patreon subscribers.
They were the cream of the crop.
Clearly, some of the best looking people at Boardwalk Rock. Now, personality wise,
We'll take it.
everyone, well, except one guy, 2 guys, were a 10. Okay. And Joe, you know the story. Rob, you don't. But I met a ton of DLP listeners. I couldn't believe it. I'm saying I clearly
love it.
I
Spread the word, people. We love it.
Hundreds, thousands, 98 Rock fans. But every now and then I'd get a guy, I'd shake my hand, he'd pull me in and go, I'm a Patreon subscriber.
Hell
and I'd be
yeah.
like, take whatever the fuck you want off the table. Take Josh. Take Josh's
Take
wallet.
Josh.
Take Kobe back to your hotel room. He's DTF.
Wow.
His birthday's on Friday.
Oh.
But every now and then I meet a DLP person, whatever. But every now and then you get someone that really, they want to have a one-on-one with you. And they're afforded that. They're owed that. You spend the time to listen to this, to 98.
Mm-hmm.
I owe you my
We
ear.
want to get to know you.
We do. And you'll get somebody that'll come in and they'll tell you a story and it'll stick with you. Like, damn, I guess this program of ours got them through a time.
Love to hear that.
A message I was trying to convey, it meant something to you. That now means something to me.
And half the time I'm like, come here, bring it in. We're hugging. And this guy finds me on the boardwalk. I'm leaving what's called the lightning stage, which is close to the actual performance stage, and going over to the Purple Moose, which is 98 Rock's sort of headquarters near Boardwalk Rock, but not actually out in the sand. As I'm walking up, I hear, Justin, hey. And I turn around, and this large man, big twisting Scott Ian from Anthrax goatee, no shirt on. That comes into it.
Nice.
He comes up high for one of these bring it in brothers, and I brought it in.
Yeah.
And he pulls me in tight, and he goes, man, I just need you to know what you guys do in the morning. You've helped me through some times, and you make my job a little bit easier to be at for the first 30 or 40 minutes until my supervisor starts getting in my ass. I just need you to know you and I have a similar sense of humor. You and I, you're vulnerable in a way that I feel like I can be also.
Okay.
I just feel a bit of a kinship with you, and he's not fucking letting go.
Yeah.
But he's espousing what the show means, and I'm taking it all in. Because I just need you to know your sense of humor and mine. You'll say some things. I don't know where they come from. And apparently I do that with my friends. And I just want you to know. And I look down and see the gigantic white power tattoo from fucking collarbone to collarbone.
You're the same guy.
We're the same,
Yeah.
you
You're
and me.
same
You
vulnerability.
and me. And that's
See
what
you at the meeting.
I start looking around and how I didn't fucking notice it because I was doing him the courtesy of
We
eye
both
contact.
have that issue with black people.
You
I
know
love that,
right?
yes. Yeah.
You know them. And I
They're
start look-
everywhere.
He's got a fucking SS tattoo
Yeah.
on
Right.
his shoulder. He's got the
Mm.
German Iron Cross on the right.
That's your biggest fan.
I have a picture of his back. Would you like to see it?
Oh, his neck,
Here
his
we go.
back,
his
Nazi
pussy,
and his crack.
and his gigantic full Southern fucking Confederate flag tattoo that
Mm.
covered his entire goddamn back.
And when you have that, you got to take the shirt off. You got to
gotta
show it
just,
off.
Just rock it. Let the
Yeah.
Here's the
whole
deal.
thing out there.
At this concert, he was as comfortable as he could be looking like that.
He was like,
Yeah.
you know what? These people,
And-
they need to see this.
Yeah.
I'm amongst like-minded friends.
So someone takes a picture of you two embracing. You're now
Dude,
canceled.
Yeah,
he
you're-
won't- I think I fucking deleted the
Yeah.
picture.
It's like how you always see the celebrities with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yes,
Yes, right.
he
I
wouldn't,
just went to a party. I didn't know it was there.
he wouldn't let go. He's holding
No,
on to
but
my
I
hand.
went-
And I'm looking around and people are walking past and they're seeing me.
Right. Oh,
in-
Ariel just left the chat. Jesus.
Way to go. Great. Lost Kelsey, lost her husband. This guy won't fucking let go. And when I realized, like, he had some German poem tattooed on the top of his
Oh,
back.
sure,
it's
I'm like,
great.
oh, that can't be great.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Death to everyone who's a Jew.
That's probably what it said.
Mac Burton. Maybe he mistook Justin for Joe. What the hell's that?
What
supposed to
the
fucking
fuck's
mean?
that mean?
Hey, you know how with our buddy Tim in our chat, anything he says, we can turn it into an insult towards him. That's
Yeah.
what Mac is with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's- I'm not even in the conversation, Mac.
You weren't even involved with this. There's no tattoo.
No, there's
no
no
tattoo.
Yeah, so that guy
Yeah.
saw me. He drew me in pretty hardcore. Oh, I gotta fucking
You'll find.
find
Hey,
this
thanks to
tattoo.
Stamboni and Carl Heim for filling in last week. I had a gig at the DC Improv.
Yeah,
you had
thank you
some
guys.
things to work on.
Can I say one thing real quick that you just mentioned?
Yeah.
So during the show, Ariel, she left chat.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Probably
Yeah.
because you was too much Ghostbusters, Ray Parker Jr., Huey Lewis talk. She's like, I'm 30 years old, Joe. I don't know references from
She
songs from
She doesn't
1984.
like Ray Parker
Yes.
Jr. There
Oh
he
my
is.
God.
And that's him.
That is
Yeah.
an entire back tattoo.
That is the entire back.
Wow.
And he's got
Mm.
something in the motherland written
Oh,
up there.
Wow.
There's got to be some hidden imagery in that
Oh,
arm.
Lord.
I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
what that was.
Iron.
Oh, and there it is.
That's
Yep.
it.
That's a symbol you don't want on you.
No.
And that guy
nope, we're near you.
really identified with me.
You're
Hated
practically the
that.
same guy. It's like looking in a mirror.
Fast forward a couple days later, we're wrapping it up. We go to this awesome restaurant to broadcast
Mhm.
called Anglers. And I'd never been to Anglers, but it was Anglers on the waterfront for bacon and beer. Crowd was there nice, had vinyl to give out. Owners were cool. Food was great. We're all kind of hungover and loopy, but we're all genuinely laughing at some of the ribaldry of the weekend. Fuck, what am I? Ribaldry, am I 90? And I get a
Show
plate.
title.
It's ribaldry. I get a plate of food and I bring it over to the table and I've got hash browns, eggs, toast, bacon, whole thing. And this happened on air. And I set my food down and we go back into it because I don't want to eat on the air. And as we're doing, this dude just walks by and's like, hash browns, and just reaches in, takes a handful of fucking hash browns and just walks by like Ernie McCracken walking into the bowling alley at the
Uh-huh.
beginning of goddamn Kingpin.
Yeah.
Like Woody Harrelson's character grabbing a slice of pizza
Yeah.
and having an eat. And this mulleted piece of shit just goes walk. And I mean, we're on the air.
He was
Scott
trying to
and
be hilarious. Is that it?
I don't know who
I think
he
he
was.
just wanted hash browns, and that's how he grabs them.
There's a
with a
fucking
hand.
tray of free
yeah.
ones.
And now you
for-
can't eat any of your food.
I'm not. I'm
No.
gonna go. I'm
Yeah.
on the air going. I guess I can't eat this shit fingers or whatever
Yeah.
I called him on the air.
Mhm.
And Scott and I are like busting his balls on the air from
Right.
a distance. We go off air. He comes back up. He
Oh,
looks
boy.
exactly like the type of guy that might be friends with old Johnny Confederate
Uh-huh.
flag here.
Well, you can't take a joke.
He has a handful of hash browns and a Katya. And I go, here, these are replace the ones I took. sorry.
Ugh.
And I was like, don't reach into my food, man. I don't
Yeah.
know who you are. Don't touch my
Yeah,
food.
this is not an Eric Woodworth bit at a murder mystery.
I don't know you. Exactly. Don't reach into my food. Yes, Eric does a lot. And one day will get us in
People
trouble.
seem to love it.
Yeah, people seem to
I don't know
love
what you're talking about.
I have no idea.
He kills every time.
It's great. He ate my taquito. And he starts walking away from me. And as I'm talking to him, I'm like, dude, I don't know you. Don't take my food. He's like, well, you guys won't email me back. So whatever.
That's
and I
the
go,
same thing.
What do you mean? What email you back? He's like, trying to get you guys to play my band. And I was like, so you thought that would be the in is to take my food at 7:20 in the morning when I haven't eaten because I won't play whatever
I'll bet
fucking
you-
Riverbilly band.
I'll bet you his band's horrible.
I bet his band's awful.
You know, that's how the struts were discovered. They grabbed
Yes.
some scrambled eggs
Yes.
out of Casey Kasem's. What a reference.
Shine down, bumped into Scooter Braun.
Made no sense. Okay.
Out of Ed Sullivan's.
Exactly. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Metallica
Struts are 10 years old.
walks by
The band.
walks by Bob Rock and all you can eat
There.
pizza and takes a handful of linguine. I knew I had to sign him.
Wolfman Jack's fucking taco.
Fucking ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, I know we're having
It
a
sounded
laugh
like
at
a
some
good
stuff.
time,
It
though.
was a
Yeah.
genuinely a
It was
very,
a
very
successful
fun time.
event.
It was
Yeah.
it was fun. The concert was
I
great.
had a great
The
time.
concert was great.
Now,
The
you had
concert-
people over, Joe.
Dude, these fuckers. God, I'm telling you, man.
We treated your place like
Yeah.
shit.
Stamboni was the best.
Yeah?
He was the best.
Yeah,
Oh, we should have had a.
Oh,
I
you should
don't-
We should
definitely
have
rank
ranked.
us.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Okay,
go.
okay.
Oh,
Can we-
I can all rank them.
Can we list say who was there?
Yeah, of course. Why? Yeah, it was
You-
Justin. It was
Okay.
Scott. It was
We're
Stamboni.
ranking from best to worst house guest. Is that the
Let
way
me
you're
get them
ranking?
all in there.
Okay.
Yeah, my buddy Stan.
Yeah, we don't know him.
me,
We're not
and
doing
then
it.
the John from Promotions. That's the guy.
Scott. You said Scott.
yes, Scott.
Okay.
That was ours.
No chicks.
No
No,
chicks.
not a
no
chick
chicks.
to be found.
Smart women.
No
Yeah.
chicks.
Yeah.
So the best guest was Stamboni.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now Stamboni did break something immediately. when he came in,
So-
immediately.
So
Stamboni
Stamboni
beat
broke
me.
something, and he was the best.
He was the
guest.
best.
Okay.
Yes. So what happened was there's these surfboards that my sister's family has, and
Right.
they're almost like art, but they're also used.
They're real surfboards, but
Yeah.
at this point they're decked.
no,
decked.
no, they
Yeah.
use them.
They
Okay.
actually
use,
use
they
them?
use those. Yes.
Does your sister surf?
Really?
No,
Charlie don't surf?
No. Her husband
Okay.
and
Okay.
her daughters.
God,
surf.
let me find out her husband's name's Charlie.
And I don't know what level. I don't want to, speculate.
Okay. So
But anyway, but they go and they're sitting there, but
Mhm.
they're also kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
But those hooks are kind of protruding, so they've been knocked off many a time.
Sure.
And they're broken. They have to be super glued back. Actually, the last time we were there for a poker weekend,
Mhm.
somebody broke it again.
it's a normal thing.
My sister calls me the next week and goes, "Hey, did somebody break the hook on the surfboards or the holder?" And I go, "No."
This was after the poker thing.
Yeah, I go, "No."
Yeah. So
No,
you
it
lied.
didn't. I
Yeah.
fucking lied.
Okay.
And I don't know
Yeah.
why. Probably because
Yeah.
it's been broken off a million times. I don't want to be the one who owns all.
Yeah.
It's always broken, right?
Sure.
So I don't know. There's
Your-
no reason
Your
for me to
default
lie.
is just to lie to your
But if I
sister.
said yes, she'd
Yeah.
be like, "Well, why didn't you fix it?" And I
Yeah.
have no excuse, right?
so
so-
this was better. The lie was better.
The lie was
Yeah,
way
yeah.
better.
Mhm.
Okay.
Much better.
So that happens. I lie about it. I'm like, all right. And then I
Mhm.
said to her, I go, well, does it need to be fixed? We can pay it. She goes, no, we just super glued it back on. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, why do you even mention it? But okay, whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
Stamboni walks in. He walks 10 feet, breaks it.
He immediately breaks
And
it.
that
I'm
was
like-
the guest of the day.
And that was the best guess that I had.
Yeah.
And okay. So
Okay.
I-
Did anyone do any cleaning?
fuck no, they
Okay.
didn't clean. They did the opposite.
All right.
They would even take the dishes and they would put them in the sink. That means I have to do those too.
They didn't even put any water on them, so it's
I
the
just have
food
to-
is just dry.
no, I have to then
I did
load the
not.
dish.
Okay.
I have to load their shit into the
Did
dishwasher.
anybody clog a toilet?
I was at, nobody clogged the toilet.
We
Justin
did
tried.
do some shit to that toilet. You
Yeah.
heard me on the air talking
Yeah.
about the Q-tip.
Mm.
Who used the Q-tip?
What the hell are we talking about?
Okay, you don't know about this. I go in there one morning to take a shower. I flip open the toilet lid. There's a fucking Q-tip, and one end of the thing is gooped up with something. I don't know who did, and it
Huh.
looked more than
Well,
earwax.
can I
And
ask a question?
And it's in the toilet. It's up against.
Why are you opening up the back of the toilet?
No. The toilet.
Oh,
lid. I'm opening up the
okay,
toilet
got it.
Yeah.
to piss.
Yeah, where do you piss?
I upper decker
Joe,
you.
yeah.
You piss in the
I'm like,
front.
and Justin's the second best guy.
Yeah.
So there's Eric and me. So I flip open the lid, and there's a Q-tip up against
Okay.
the wall. Like, you don't flush Q-tips.
No,
You clearly don't
Yes.
flush a.
that's
any
what happened to your house.
Fucking adult
Yeah.
knows.
Yes.
Don't flush a Q-tip.
Was there an apple core in there?
There
too?
was something. Yeah, there's an entire baguette. So
So
I
we don't know who did this.
no idea. It wasn't
We're figuring
Joe.
this shit
I don't
out.
know if it was the other John. I don't know if it was Scott. I know it wasn't me, and it wasn't Stamboni. I mummified my fingers with TP and plucked the thing out of there and trash canned
Oh,
it.
thank you. I appreciate
I would
that.
not have done it.
No, you would have tried to flush it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bad.
Okay.
You don't flush Q-tips.
Here's the deal. I wake up. I don't even want to get into the disrespect with which I was treated during the course of this weekend. That's a story for a different day.
Yeah, it sounds like you've been thinking
We'll do
about it.
Patreon next week.
Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled with the Joe Robinson treatment of
Okay.
this thing for sure. But
Yeah.
that's okay. But these are my friends. At least
It
Justin
doesn't sound
Scott
like it.
and Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know the John guy. I don't know him.
Yeah.
Okay. I wake up for, first of all, Scott brought the most obnoxious food. He just is like, here's some hydration. Here's some.
We have some obnoxious food
here's
for
some-
later, by the way. Some
Yeah.
king salmon
So,
jerky.
But hey, he brought food.
He
And
brought food. He's the only guy that brought anything.
I
Yeah.
appreciated it.
Only guy that
Thank
brought
you.
anything.
Thank you for bringing food. That's great. And I certainly ate some of whatever he had. So
I ate the shit out of those Pop-Tarts.
So anyway, it's the next morning. It's the morning of bacon and beer.
Mhm.
Okay. I wake up. Everybody's gone. Not only they're gone, they're fucking gone. Their shit's gone.
So they've left. They're no longer
They have
guests.
no intention of ever
The
coming
minute
back.
we leave Anglers, we're going home.
All right. How many beds were made?
Yours?
Mine wasn't made, but
Okay.
I make my own bed.
Okay, so none.
So Stamboni did the very best job, but I have to redo the whole thing.
Yeah.
He didn't even pull the comfort up. By the way, you know what they did with their dirty sheets?
They
left
nothing.
They did nothing.
They didn't strip 'em?
They didn't use them. They fucking slept under the comforter.
Right.
All of them slept on the regular bed.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. So, and then after they were done, they just fucking fuck you and they fucking just left.
Do you
Yeah.
think anyone jerked off?
So of
I never
course,
did.
of course,
I
people
never
jerked
beat
off.
He
then-
says, of course.
So I now have to go in. I have to make Scott's bed. I have to
Yeah.
make his bed.
Yeah.
Right. Either he does it or I do it. I give him the place to stay. Now I'm making his bed, which I did.
Did you have to make my bed?
Then no, but you did leave all your fucking blankets strewn about.
Yeah, I did.
That was the best thing that happened, other than
What did
Stamboni.
Stamboni do that was good?
Stamboni attempted. He actually even put the pillows
I thought
back on the
he
bed.
said he walked the dog or something.
You're right. So let me get back to the place. The guy John, they did. I have to do everything. I have to make all these beds. Stamboni attempted, but it was a guy attempt.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
shitty.
It was
So
a shitty
I
attempt.
now have
That's
to-
how I make a bed.
Yeah,
It
same.
looks like I tried, but I really
I
have
have to
done
now
nothing.
go in and make all this because my sister's coming next. That makes sense. The one who I lied to. So I have to make the
Yes.
place look nice. And I also have to glue the thing. Now, Stamboni did call and go, hey, man, I'm sorry. I forgot to fix that. That's the best thing I
That's
got.
why we need
Yeah.
to have Ariel stay with us. All
Yes,
she
she
did
She
during...
mentions that, yeah.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, she did. Because
Yes.
all she does during
Yeah.
parties is clean.
By the way, Ariel, I want you to stay for other reasons, but yes.
Yeah,
you-
yes.
Yes, you
For
too,
the
Brittany.
sex.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
so that was, and so by the way, I'm going back
Not
up.
just subtle.
I'm going back up tonight after the show. I'm
All
going
right.
back up, and
Jesus.
so I didn't make all the I didn't do it yet. I have, but I
Gotcha.
have to. I have to now
Do
clean up
you,
after these people
what-
that I gave a free.
how
place
did
to
how
stay.
would like say Scott make this right with you? What does he owe you?
Well, I know one thing that he wouldn't do. He wouldn't go on the air the next day and shit on me.
Which he did this morning.
He
which I
wouldn't do
heard, yeah.
that.
Definitely shit on you.
What the fuck? Why would he shit on me? I wasn't.
I believe he said I've never heard someone talk that much in my life. I believe that's what he
my
said.
God! What a fucking dick!
Oh, hey. He's from New York.
All right, I know you guys, but yeah, no, I'm gonna confront him
Hey,
next time I'm on the air. I'm gonna go, dude, what's your fucking problem?
I want to hear that conversation.
Yes, I will.
Yes.
I will. Next time I'm on the air, I'm going, hey, I got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah.
You're gonna shit on me.
He will.
Yeah.
It would be. He will go. But I brought food.
Yeah.
He's gonna build. But I brought food.
Thank you for bringing food to the place that I fucking gave
Okay,
you to stay.
Not to pitch your show for you, Justin, but Scott versus Joe, and then there's a trial and there's a judge and the
Oh,
rules.
I will fucking Perry Mason that motherfucker. He will not win because he brought Sour Patch Kids. He will not. He won't fucking win.
Exhibit A.
Okay.
The
No.
Sour Patch.
Okay.
He will.
I think that's a great bit. It's a great segment.
No, he will not win.
Yeah.
This thing. One more thing.
We'll do it on our podcast.
So I
then.
brought Oscar, the
Yeah,
great
yeah.
Oscar. I brought
Yeah.
him there,
Oh, sweet
and
boy.
that was inconvenient because I had to leave the concert
Mhm.
and go back, and that wasn't an easy task, right?
Yeah.
But after we watch Everclear day one, but the guy, my friend Stan, and I go, let's get out of here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I see Stamboni and I see Joe. I see him. I go, fuck yes. Can you guys give us a ride to our car? We're on 22nd Street, which is like a mile and a half. I'm in flip flops, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been over this with you with the flip flops. You
They
tend
are-
to wear flip flops in a high walking situation.
It's my fault, but
Yes.
still, either way
Yeah.
it happened. I
See
walked
Jazz Festival.
I walked 7.5
Yeah.
miles.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I see them and go, oh, cool. Can you guys give us a ride to our car? No, they can't. The thing's too crowded. I'm like, we can't wedge it. No. So with my flip-flops, I walk a mile and a half down to this car, and then we drive back. And that's the thing. Stamboni did walk the dog.
Yeah.
So
Thank
I
you,
appreciated him
Thank you,
doing
Joe.
that.
Yeah.
So Joe attempted to make the bed. He walked my dog. He broke the holder for the thing, right? He half-assed his made bed, but he's the guy. He was the best.
Maybe he's the Q-tip guy. That's why he was doing that.
He
Because
was
he
the
felt
best.
bad about that.
He was the best of all of us.
He cleaned out Oscar's
Stamboni
asshole.
was the
Q-tip.
best. Normally we take a break and we go to our sponsors, and then you probably, if you're a listener, you probably fast forward. And we can't have that.
We can't have that.
Because our sponsors deserve to be heard.
They deserve to be heard, and you deserve to have a home with a nice, dry, fresh roof. You see, my plumbing explosion took place inside. There's nothing they could do about that. But when it comes to the elements, of which you experienced this past weekend with an effing tornado that tore ass all the way from Canton to Dundalk, 6 miles, maybe it took your entire roof off. You need a brand new one? GRB Roofing. There's nobody better out there than GRB Roofing. 443-377-2094 and online at grbroofing.com. 700 plus projects completed successfully, 65 years of collective experience. Protect your home, protect your family from the elements. And here's the thing about GRB Roofing too. They're there 24/7 to help you with any roofing or home improvement project. It's not just roofs, it's sidings, it's decks, it's inside, it's outside. But your home, your roof protects everything. Hell, if I'm Canton Merritt, I'm getting a hold of GRB Roofing right now. Apparently, theirs was ripped all the way the hell off to the point where they had to condemn it. I bet you guys didn't have a GRB roof. Next time you rebuild that place to cover all those pieces of ass at your pool, we get it. It's where all the hotties in Baltimore congregate to eat Sour Patch Kids at the Merritt in Canton. Have yourself a GRB roof on top of that sumbitch and tell them that the DLP agenda sent you. Again, grbroofing.com, grbroofing.com. 443-377-2094, and you will get a free estimate.
Love you, Henry, and love you, Randolph Rice. He's been a guest on our show multiple times. We've gone out down to, Delaware. We went on the boat. You know he's a great guy. And RiceLawMD.com, they have recovered not hundreds of dollars, Joe, not millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars for their clients. That's a lot of money.
You're going to send them a referral. Do you know that?
443-233-0485. Call for a free case review.
Another mill for a listener.
Yes. RiceLawMD.com. If you get hurt, and you will, because we make bad decisions, and maybe someone wronged you, you want to make it right. There's going to make it right. He's good people. Rice, Mirtha, Pasaurus, the whole gang there. RiceLawMD.com. Love you, Randolph. Thank you for your support. And again, if you need a roof, law, anything, you know who to talk to. Our boy Henry and our boy Randolph.
And speaking of which, if you'd like to be a DLP advertiser, reach out to us here. We got a bunch of different social medias, different ways to get a hold of us. DM me, DM Rob, DM Joe, however the hell else. He actually doesn't have social media. You just hit us two up. If you're hitting email at Joe Robinson, he has nothing to do with the DLP.
Nothing.
But yes, we are willing to work with your budget and put together an advertising package that's going to be perfully customized for you. We want to welcome you into the DLP family.
Max says Perry Mason in that Joe shows up in a wheelchair.
He was
now
fat.
I'm looking forward to the next episode of No One Asked for This, which Chris Carlin was on last week. Joe, famous quote by Joe. Joe said it's the most popular show on the network. It's called Nobody Wants This. So, those two contradict each other. It's called No One Asked for This. Clearly, everybody wants it. And then Carlin, such a nice guy, didn't correct you. He just let you call it. So I believe on the next episode of No One Asked for This, Chris is gonna be like, "Hey, I know we're friends, but I drive an hour, Joe. I drive an hour.
Did you?
I can't even tell one story.
Did you like that show? Jennifer Aniston was in Acquaintances.
Yes,
like
right.
Okay.
So he has one story to tell. He starts telling it.
By the way, hold on.
You stop it and you tell your
real
story.
Quick. There's two stories. Stamboni has one about something on his dick, and Carlin has about the edible. And I wedged into the last 10 minutes of me talking.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay.
Right.
So
this might come up in the trial.
We have this little amount of time.
Yeah.
Let's put both stories in.
I listened to that on the way to Ocean City.
Yeah.
Wow. You were fucking off the reservation.
Shot out of the cannon.
You were.
Hell, I don't get to talk much during this show.
It was.
I felt like it was my chance.
Yeah. It was. I was like, cool, man. Hell yeah. Someone's been hanging out with the Hammer.
He's been married for a while now. He hadn't had to get a word in.
Finally.
Only 90% me.
He can speak. Hey, do you want to watch? So
well, first of all, I want to go. Speaking of Scott, real quick. Now, we had the dick pic incident on the podcast a couple weeks ago. Then you went on 98 Rock and spoke glowingly about it, and I appreciate the love.
I describe your dick not just as large but attractive.
People
And that's hard to do.
People have been talking. Women have reached out to me.
It looked like
No
a
joke.
fan should be on it.
You know, it could be fun because you're going to do this. And we'll get into it in a little bit. The She LP agenda, Joe. They're going to finally complete the trifecta. Maybe, and you can bring the information back to us. The art of the dick pic, because they're going to be on there with a bunch of women that have received them, and none of them can be great.
They love them unsolicited. I know that.
I know. If you're going to send one, just send one unexpectedly.
That's always their favorite.
Yes, it's very handsome.
Promise you,
like James Bond.
In my lifetime, I have definitely sent a dick pic. That wasn't mine.
Is this the
man
guy
and unsolicited? Yes,
right.
And wasn't white.
Oh, it's close enough.
So they post that clip of 90 Rock. They post it on Instagram. I of course share it. They post it on Facebook. I of course share it. One other person shared it. Care to guess who that person is? I'll give you a hint.
This was on 98 Rock when I was discussing it with Scott.
And then they posted on 90 Rock's Facebook or JSS. I can't remember.
I'm surprised they did that, by the way.
And it got shared. I shared it. And then I've never met this man.
Rick Strauss.
You don't think I've met Rick Strauss? Jesus.
I was making a joke.
Okay.
I shared your dick pic.
Yeah, that would be funny though. I am 95% sure you've met this
Rob,
man.
you can't do draft coverage, but your cock can.
Yeah.
Rob's cock.
It just shows up in the picture.
Yes, just this huge black silhouette that goes towards the first pick. So who saw the clip?
I'm pretty sure you have met. No, they didn't reach out to me. They just shared it.
Oh, they shared. Wow. Okay.
You know, you can share it to your own page.
Yeah.
It's funny that this person shared it. And again, I started this with speaking of Scott.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't met this person.
Was it Mac Miller?
You probably have.
Was it Ron Reardon?
It was.
It was.
Yes. It was his fucking
dad. Yes.
Ron
fucking
Reardon.
big Ron.
Yes.
The fucking
dad.
man.
His dad shared a video of his son getting mad that his dick isn't the biggest.
Yeah. No.
Oh, they used to
It's
call him the
Oh,
horse.
he was trolling Scott?
That was a
Oh.
1 in a
I
million.
thought he was
Yes.
like, you don't want this smoke.
Oh my God. His dad shared a
Yes.
story
Oh,
about
that's
your
great.
cock.
Right.
Oh my.
It's perfect.
Should you mention that on 98 Rock?
We have to.
That might be a 720 right
Yeah. Yeah.
That might be. It's on.
You might have to call dad.
I need to write this.
Call Ron.
No, I'm calling Stamboni right now
Yes.
and saying, Stamboni, tomorrow, 720, Scott's dad shared a story on his Facebook
Again,
page
and in that clip, Scott is upset
about
that he has been outdicked.
He
Ron
doesn't want
Mayor's dick.
he doesn't want Scott to get too full of himself.
Here
Is
we
that
are.
it? Like he wants to put his son in his place.
Sure.
Well, his son got put in his place,
Yeah.
and he's showing it. I
Yes.
guess. What is his motivation? It's clearly to
You
make
should
fun
talk
of
about
Scott.
it. Then you should.
Hey, that's the last text I sent. We're not gonna say what that is.
By the way, when you guessed it, I was like, yes, that's right.
God,
Yeah.
between this and
Yeah.
the Patreon
Oh,
revelation,
we're on a roll. We're on a
Hey,
roll.
you
sure.
think that you should call Ron and then find out what his motivation is? Because it might hurt.
his mother loves being on the air. Ron, not so much.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
Ron's kind of the silent assassin.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Bye,
okay.
fella.
All right. So yes, I came back from Alaska. This reminded me of like some of the military runs that I've done in terms of the flying, the driving, some of these, we've all cut our teeth in doing shows in bars.
Yeah.
And, Keckner hasn't because he hasn't had to.
He kind of did
So-
comedy in reverse.
Yes.
If you think about it, major motion
Yeah.
pictures, television shows, and then, when he's not involved on set, he's like, well, hey, let's make some money and go out on the road. So he's now in a place before you usually get
Right.
to be a star.
Now, these are great bar gigs because, first of all, they're really excited to be there. They're
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
So they were but
And
I
they
was like,
clearly have the money to pay a David Keckner.
Yes. So, I had now normally I book my flights myself and then I invoice if I book like a first class flight, then I just eat that portion. So if most of my flights are Southwest, but there is no first class,
Right.
obviously, but this trip was a little more complicated in terms of the logistics. So I just had his travel agent book it. And then she booked me first class the whole time.
Oh, hell
which
yeah.
I accepted. And now there was a long layover, but the lounge, the Alaska Airlines lounge in Seattle is very nice. Nice Chinese food buffet, plenty of snacks, cookies, free drinks. Nice bathroom, clean. It's a nice fucking place to chill out. So getting there, there's no way around it. It's like a 20-hour travel day. So I get there, I go to sleep, I get a good night's sleep. And then we do the 2 shows in Fairbanks. And a lot of the jokes that I would do on the military shows, it's an easy open. It's like, hey, thank you guys for coming out tonight. I know you had a lot of options. That's the joke. There's nothing.
There's nothing else to do except.
So, and then I stumbled into it when we went to Anchorage. It's a place called Coots, which has been there forever. There's like 8 different bars in it. There's all this random Russian memorabilia.
Dude, I saw what was it? The Miracle on Ice Russian jersey?
All this shit is
awesome.
wild, right? It's a fucking, there's one bar. The whole ceiling is just bras and panties that have been stapled on there.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. But this woman in Fairbanks had said to me, yeah, Fairbanks is a lot better. I'm like, is this an Anchorage? So then I would open an Anchorage, like I would tell that story. I go, I've been here 6 hours. I think that bitch lied to me, right?
Yeah.
So immediately you're killing, right? So the shows are really good. We do 5 shows there, 2 shows in Fairbanks, 5 shows over 2 days in Anchorage, drive 3 hours to Kenai, do 2 shows there. The hotel is a motel, really. It's connected to the bar. You open the door to your room, out of the room, then you get in your car. It's like it's a motel.
It's a motel.
It's clean. It's nice though. And then we drive 3 hours back, fly to Seattle,
What's a real
4-hour layover, 5-hour flight back. So
what's the ride, the driving in Alaska like? Because
this was a beautiful drive. I took a lot of great photos.
Imagery. You got a mountain on your right.
It's all snow-capped mountains the whole time in water. It was beautiful.
Is it freezing?
No, it was like 50 degrees.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it was fine. I got up to 60 in some places. And we were talking about women earlier. And, it's not really the hotbed for attractive women. But I met a woman at the last show of the night in Kenai. After my set, I walk outside to get some fresh air. She walks out just to get some out of her car. And, she wasn't, hot for Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
She was just hot for everything, right?
Some sled jockey.
So she's actually a pilot. And so we started talking a little bit. And then the show ends. And there's a guy there is like, hey, I could open my bar back up if you want to come and drink. I go, yeah.
Yes.
I do.
You say, yes, I do want
right?
to do that.
Very much.
And then I start talking to that girl and I'm like, hey, you want to come to this bar? She goes, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
She's been on hands and shit. And then she got a girlfriend with her who's super hot too. And then there was a guy there.
She had just seen you perform?
I crushed it.
Okay.
Right?
Awesome.
I crushed it.
Okay,
So,
take a look at this picture.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
That's the pilot?
Yes.
What are the fucking
Yes.
Dude,
what do the flight attendants look like?
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable, right?
She
It's
looks
just
AI.
ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And you say she's getting handsy?
She's the hottest pilot I've ever
She's
seen.
just like, yeah,
It's the hottest pilot anyone's ever
Right.
seen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, here's my Instagram. I go, I'll message you when we're gonna get there. And then I message, be there in 10 minutes. Never showed up. Never even read the message. What is happening, right? And now there was a guy. I think, look, nothing was gonna happen, but I just want to fucking hang out
But
with this
still,
hot chick,
it's
right?
just fun to hang out to get a photo or two.
But we went to this bar, but the whole town showed up basically. And this guy was playing this game. I don't know if maybe you've heard of this game, Joe. You're a gambler, but we played it on the pool table with dice. And he had one of those. What do the craps guys have? They have that fucking
stick.
The rake,
Yeah,
whatever
the rake,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah,
Stick
yeah.
man.
And we had $5. He paid for me, but $5 to get in. You have 5 poker chips in front of you. The color doesn't matter. Each chip's worth $1.
Mhm.
And then you roll this 6-sided die, and the dice has a L for left, R for right, a C for
yes, I
center.
played that before.
And
yeah.
then 3 dot.
Max
for-
says it's
Yeah,
called
yeah.
the Cruppler.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you roll the 5 dice. You roll how many chips you have. That's how many dice you roll, up to 5. So you roll the 5 dice. If you get a C, you put 1 chip in the middle, left person to your left, right person to your right, dot, you keep it.
Mhm.
And you keep going. There's no strategy. You keep going to everyone gets all the money, right?
So one person has all.
But I'm like, it's a lot of fucking fun, right?
Fuck yeah,
And then
yeah.
at one point, we all
Because
drink
you
for
get
some
a none,
reason.
and then somebody's giving
Exactly.
you. Yeah,
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
just keeps
Right.
moving.
And then he's
probably
making
nonstop.
this fucking smoked old fashioned. I just put the video up with the
Oh,
fucking
it's
flame and
amazing.
shit. I was like, this is a pretty good way to end this
Fuck
trip.
yeah.
Right? Yeah. Other than that hot chicken not showing. But throughout the trip, I bought some things. And then the last night, they gave us a
Hold
little
on.
gift bag.
You didn't win, I assume.
I didn't win.
Oh.
But I also
Left, center, right, center. People
Yeah.
call
I also did, there was some, they called them rippers or something, this little lottery thing. I did win $50 for 20, but I just gave the
it. Is that their
to the
nickname
bar.
for like a scratch off or something?
It's just you literally rip these 3 pieces of paper
Oh, yeah,
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did buy some things, and then they gave me a gift bag with this with this elk pepper stick. So
You went upstairs earlier before we
Mhm.
got started, and Joe looked and I across each other
Yeah.
and said, "Everything here looks awesome.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
eat anything.
Yeah.
None of this
Elk?
looks like
okay.
something
Give me an elk
fucking
stick.
disgusting." Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Elk. This is a elk pepper stick. Pass one down.
Sure.
Hell yeah,
Let me
look at
touch
the
Yeah.
the
size of that
Just
thing.
like that
Thank
guy.
you.
All right. This
I'm ready
is
to eat it.
yeah. It's I think it's got. Oh, it's good.
It's fucking delicious.
That's remarkable.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Holy shit. That's like the best Slim Jim I've ever
Yeah,
eaten.
I'm gonna also finish it.
All right.
You can make
Completely
whatever
eat
you
all
want.
of it.
Okay.
Oh my God.
This is my dinner.
Some.
This tastes like that pilot's pussy.
There you go. Some king salmon jerky.
I love some.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Salmon. Sure, I'll do.
Jerked fish is interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you. Even though salmon is the most one that cleanses the palate.
I like it.
Not
That's
as
good.
much. Not as much as the elk.
Okay.
Now let's kind of savor these things here for
Mhm.
a second. The elk, it's exactly like if a Michelin star rated chef was tasked with making a Slim Jim, this is what they would come up with, because it's clearly like an intestine casing, but the meat in the middle is good, the pepper's good,
Yeah,
there's
it's
a little bit of
awesome.
fat, it's got a little grease on it, but who gives
Yeah.
a shit? To jerk fish is interesting.
These are scissors, right? What's the
It
word?
smells like fucking cat food.
Okay. This is
The salmon couldn't smell worse.
venison.
You careful touching food.
Venison jerky.
Place between your ass cheeks for all I care. Because
Okay.
I treated your fucking place.
All right.
The salmon I'm not a fan of.
Mm-mm. Problems with venison, it's hard to eat.
They're very hard to eat. Yeah.
Okay.
You couldn't finish the whole thing.
I'm not on the venison yet. The salmon, it hangs out way too long.
Yeah.
It's so fishy.
I
It's
need
got
water.
real cat foody.
Yeah, our breath is going to be great.
Oh, it's gonna be all.
So-
Oh fuck.
Is it with a chat? Would you guys try any of this stuff? Let us know.
Yeah. Okay. This is the venison here.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's fucking shoe leather.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not a fan.
Full gaming. Yeah. Still the beef stick.
What is that?
Is the one
Teriyaki elk meat.
Ooh, I
Oh,
love
okay.
teriyaki.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Both the teriyaki flavor and the people that
Mhm.
came up with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah. Venison is a rough ass.
Okay.
So the favorite is
This is good.
The beef stick crushes.
this last one's good.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
still prefer the elk over all of
I think
it.
that's my
Mm.
favorite.
Brittany says she'll try anything.
Put anything in her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right.
Especially a cylindrical meat.
Now
Mhm.
I'm at the gift shop. Woman says you got to try the dark chocolate with potato chips in it.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I go,
That's
you
gonna
damn right.
rule.
I'm
I
gonna
wonder
try
if
it.
this is going to be good.
It took me a lot to
Mm.
not open this already.
The
so,
meat sticks are incredible.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ashley, we had a little
Mm.
rehearsal earlier for our murder mystery. Come out the 29th. She said she wanted me to say some stuff for her. I clearly will. You're gonna love it.
God, I love Asians.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Teriyaki. The teriyaki elk's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The teriyaki and the initial beef stick.
Did you give him? Okay.
Yeah, I do. Let me get this out of my mouth real
Mm.
quick. Mhm. Oh, it's so smoky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking delicious.
Yeah. How could it not be good?
Have you had
Yeah.
that Dubai chocolate with the green pulpy looking shit in it?
Mm-mm.
It's
No.
like look up Dubai chocolate. It's this brand of chocolate that the center is like it's like a minced up almond pecan something. There's some sort of nut that they then
Yeah.
mix with. It looks like a chocolate bar filled with pesto. It's so fucking good. I had one of these things about a
Brittany's
year ago.
co-signing.
They're so
Well, that
good.
chocolate, that is good. That
I
chocolate
know.
with a potato chip.
Oh my god.
I know that is to die for. All right,
Oh my fucking god.
this is same
Oh,
company.
pistachio.
That's not thank you.
Yeah.
Same company, Chugach chocolates, CHUGACH.
All right, so there's 2 cups
This is
chocolate.
dark chocolate with Alaskan birch syrup toffee.
All right.
Oh my god.
That sounds good, right?
This is incredible.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Man, I'm supposed to take this new supplement tonight. That
Oh,
I'm not
sorry,
allowed to
bro.
eat for an hour before.
Sorry, bro.
Fuck it.
So
Sorry. All right.
I thought I was going to like the potato chip better than the toffee,
Mm,
but they're both fucking awesome.
yeah.
Well, I'm having coffee.
They're both elite.
All right.
These are so good.
Yeah. I should have bought more.
That might actually be some of
Good
my
job, Rob.
That might be some of my favorite chocolate thing I've ever
All right.
had.
This is birch cream caramels. It's made
Oh.
with
Mm.
the birch syrup from the birch tree.
Thank you, Joe.
How could it not be good,
All
right?
right, let's take a look.
Mhm.
Okay.
Birch syrup.
Really, the
Little
salmon
tasting
was my
test.
least favorite.
You know, a gentleman we were
agree.
talking about earlier, who's going to be at our big Vegas
hard.
spectacular because it's his birthday, John Muma.
Oh, that'd be creamier.
Did I ever tell you what his dad? He told me what his dad would
Mm.
eat an entire one of before bed every night. I mean, eat it, head on pillow. Think of one of the worst things you could
I
possibly
heard about
eat.
this. The score.
A score bar.
I remember you telling us.
He'd eat a fucking score bar. He said every night as a treat to himself. The amount of toffee and sugar
Yeah.
and chocolate.
That
All right.
stuff lingers in your teeth for about 6 hours.
Yeah, hang
This is-
on.
I thought it'd be softer.
Because I could do my fillings any favors.
Right. All right. Too chewy.
I got way this side of my mouth.
I'm fine with it.
I got a
well,
I got a crown.
have at him, Joe.
I'm just gonna yank right off.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Mhm.
It's good,
Oh.
but it's dangerous for my dental work, so I'm gonna put
It's
it back in
just
the
good
wrapper.
radio. We're just talking like this for an hour. All right.
Holy shit, God! Those the sweets, 3 for 3.
Yeah.
The savory meats, the sticks.
Yeah. You want? I got a lot of the sticks.
I'll take any and all sticks.
Okay.
Well, speaking of food,
Holy shit!
you know that the roommate Mario,
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know he cooks for me all the time. Do you know that?
I do.
Last night, he made baked beans, a pasta salad, and he grilled chicken.
Okay. You said he made baked beans. I mean,
Well, okay,
Pop on the can.
that's the thing. He heated up, but he did make
Right.
the pasta salad.
okay, there you go.
And then he put it all on a plate and he served it to me.
I mean,
You have a husband, dude.
You
I
do.
know,
I
right?
don't tell you this, but you have a husband.
He
a good looking
also,
husband.
he also mowed the lawn. He also, you know, he
have a husband.
well,
dude.
hold on though.
Okay. Is it getting romantic?
No, but
Lean
I
in.
love him.
Lean in for a kiss.
So first of all, I don't even know if he listens to this. He's a great roommate.
Mhm.
He did something I thought was a little weird. Okay, you guys will decide whether or not you agree.
I want the
Okay.
chat to weigh in on this too.
Okay, so I had to go out of town for a day, and so I said, "Hey, do you mind watching the dogs?"
Oh, I know.
He said, "No, I don't. I don't mind. I don't mind you.
Uh-huh.
I don't mind you watching the dogs." Next day, I called him. I said, "Hey, how were the dogs?" He said they were good. I said, "Did they sleep in your room with you?" He goes, "No. I slept in your bed."
He slept in your bed. Now, I did ask you a question when you told me this initially.
Yeah, you did.
That you have a king size bed.
Uh-huh.
Did he sleep on your side of the bed?
I don't
Ooh.
know.
You need to
Do
find that
you-
the fuck
I
out.
don't
Do you know what he
know.
wears to bed?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
your boxers.
I
Does-
don't know.
Does he sleep naked?
Now,
He seems like a guy that sleeps naked. to
Katie
me.
left a teddy here, and I put it on.
So
Is
what,
there?
what happens? I've had
Okay.
Laura, shout out Laura Sands. She's actually
Hold on,
stayed
hold
at
on,
my house
hold
to
on.
dog sit.
Does he know that there's a potential that he's gonna have one of Katie's hairs in his ass?
He slept.
I didn't mention that.
How many times have those sheets been washed since Katie has been out of the house?
Once. Yeah.
Hey, you know what's interesting? I had just changed the sheets,
Okay.
and the comforter is at Zips, so I was
Right.
I was getting the comforter. So it was, but there isn't a comforter on the bed.
Zips it, baby.
But anyway, here's the deal. I swear to you, I don't care, but I did think it was weird that he
It's
did
fucking
that.
Weird. Yeah.
But I love him.
Chat says strange.
He's allowed to do it.
He says, "Oh,
Because you don't go
and-
to bed like after a shower. You go to bed all dirty, bro. I'm
Fuck
guessing.
yeah, I do.
Yeah,
stink
right,
it up."
But
yeah.
the bed sheets were clean and everything, but
You think he beat off?
Did he make the
think
bed? Did he make the bed?
it could all there was a sheet on like the fitted sheet and the other sheet, and it was made.
Okay.
But I have to go to Zips and get the comforter.
So
which I
now,
haven't done
what do
yet.
you do now?
Sleep
I
in
don't
his bed.
do I don't I don't do anything. I mean, I live with it. By the way, I swear I don't have a problem with it. But it was me.
Mm.
There's no way I would have done that. But I
He'll
also
never-
don't care
Well,
that
Matt's
he did.
saying that, which I think is what he thought, that the dogs would prefer to be in that.
That's
bed.
true.
Right.
Yeah.
They would. And I'm telling you, I swear, I don't care that he did it. I can't believe that he did.
Okay, I'm going to say this, and
Yeah.
I like Mario, but if this was a horror movie, this is how it starts.
This is the
Oh,
beginning
oh.
of an all male.
He's cooking, he's doing all the nice things, and then one little weird thing happens.
This is Jennifer Jason Lee in
Mhm.
Single White Female.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This
This
is
is
the
let me
step.
ingratiate
I
myself
wonder-
to you.
I wonder if he's
Yeah.
here.
And then one night he's just like at the foot of the bed, rocking, dressed like some Victorian child. You rub your eyes, he's gone.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? Did I dream that?
Should
in
we?
the
Single
morning-
white Hispanic.
Should we address it with him?
I mean, I think that's something worth Patreon.
Okay.
It should
I
be
think-
addressed on the air.
That should
Okay.
be
On
the
addressed
pod.
on the
Yeah,
air,
yeah.
but on Patreon.
Yeah, I will. I will.
In-
100%.
We'll record from your bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't leave my bed.
We do the bedcast.
Yes.
We have it's you and Mario in bed,
Yes.
under the fucking covers.
Yes.
Under the covers.
Talk it
Our
out. Okay,
laptops. Yeah.
Yeah, you two like facing each other on the pillow.
Eating the breakfast that he made for you.
chatting up. Yes. Holy shit.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I can't be critical of this guy. He's the best roommate I've ever had.
Right.
He's all the groceries are his.
Okay.
I'm eating all of them.
Let's be honest.
He's cleaning
Okay.
everything.
Yeah,
He's the caregiver, is what he is.
So you're saying
He's new Katie.
you're going to be fine with that.
Does he watch
Okay.
movies? You want to do Here's Why You're Wrong too?
What if he takes a dump in your toilet and doesn't flush?
I would flush it the first time. Okay.
You wouldn't say anything? You'd
No.
say, hey, you wouldn't say, hey, you forgot?
I wouldn't say anything. Does it happen again?
Yes.
I still don't say anything. So hold on. Does it happen a third time?
Yes.
Then I say something.
Okay.
Okay, because it's not by accident now.
No,
Once
the
is a
third time.
mistake.
Once
twice
could be a
coincidence,
mistake.
First of all,
three's a
but
pattern.
also, why is he shitting in my bathroom?
Why is he sleeping in your fucking bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Because
Patterns
God.
begin with one thing.
Mm.
And the first horn of heaven is blood. Okay.
Yes.
And him sleeping on your side of the bed. Because you told a group of us at
yeah,
Ocean
I forgot
City.
that I had told you. I
Yeah.
wish you had heard.
I'm not at all surprised you
Right.
forgot.
surprised.
And
maybe he's counting on that.
shout out to that honey. And
Yeah,
we
it's
are
a
all
little-
like, I mean, there was a collectively Joe, myself, and John, one of the Johns. Simultaneously, we all went, oh,
Wow.
no.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is similar but different. Every now and then, if I'm upstairs, I'm watching something, I'm watching X-Files Raw. My son will go downstairs and he'll turn on the Orioles.
Mhm.
Okay. And he will lay in bed and he'll turn on the television in our bedroom and watch it
And cry.
and just sob. Like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah,
really?
me too.
I'm his dad. And it's time for me to go to bed. I'll go downstairs and I lay down on my side of the bed and I feel the warmth. I fucking hate it.
Oh
No.
yeah.
And it's not a him thing. If anybody could do it, but
Yeah.
I know,
I get it.
someone's
It's almost
been in my
sitting down on the
divot.
toilet seat when somebody just got up.
Yeah.
Oh, their
I
ass
feel the
was
butt.
just on
I
it.
feel hot butt.
Everyone farts in their sleep.
Everyone.
I fart when I'm awake.
Yeah. Wow. Dual threat. Show title.
This guy's coming and going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if he brushes his teeth with your toothbrush?
No,
that's
no,
no.
no. That's
Okay.
too far.
All right. All right. What if he starts parking in the driveway at an angle?
So I can't get
Yes,
in.
yes.
I'd be like, "Hey, dude, move your." I would. Then I'd be like, "Hey,
I
move
want
your-
him to do all these things.
Hey, do you guys have any
I won't pay
photos
him.
of each other just hanging out casually on the back deck? Hey, how you doing? You know, hey, look, we're grilling, stuff like that. Is there any casual photos of you two? Cell phone photos?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What if there was?
Yeah.
That's it. You're upstairs having dinner. Hey, we're going Orioles.
Yeah,
You come home from work one day. There's one up there framed.
Yes.
yeah. Hey,
And it's
hey,
on an end table.
it's his Facebook banner.
Yeah.
Me and him.
It's
really.
you two.
What if some of the art you have in the living room, it's just his face?
Mhm.
What if he paints a mural on the
Yes.
wall of him and I?
What if he sends out happy holidays from Joe and Mario? Discards. right.
Hey, I love him. I
Yeah.
love him. He's the best roommate I ever had.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to allow
But
this
Ariel's
one.
pointing out that you've had 2 wives. So.
I'm going to
Do you call them
allow
roommates?
this. I know. I'm going to allow this one indiscretion. Which, by the way, it's one of these things. You're like, am I glad that it happened? Well, yeah, I am, because
Yeah.
then I get to talk about it here. But also, it is. I do think it's a little strange.
It's
right?
funnier that he did it,
Yeah.
but I gotta reiterate something Rob said. The ball's now rolling
Yes.
downhill.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
If there's a second thing, you got to keep your fucking head on a swivel.
This is a
Or-
2-hour movie. We're 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
This
we
is the
got
first time the main character does the kind of
exactly.
Oh, it's quirky.
Yeah.
Single
But all
white
the other-
old male.
Yeah. He's single Hispanic
Okay.
male. Yeah.
How about this to really get aggressive? He changes one of the dogs' names.
What
I
if
don't
he
like
get-
it.
What if he gives
Hey,
the dogs a
What if he
nickname?
just moves all his shit into my room?
That's it.
I come in, all my shit's
Yeah.
in his room.
What if you come in and he's clearly wearing a cut off skin? It's Katie's face. He's leather faced Katie. Okay. Hi, Joe.
Then you,
Let's work it
yeah.
out.
Well, then obviously you fuck him.
Yeah, all right, turn around.
Hey, we announced it last week. Patreon Palooza. It's going to be. Let me make sure I've got the date right. I don't want to screw
It is
this up.
July 8th.
July 8th.
July 8th.
Shout out to
Can't
Dave
wait.
Dennis for the fabulous photo, the banner, Joe calls it.
God, it was so
it's
good.
fucking
It's
awesome.
a prison
It was
thing.
So good.
The 3 of us are in prison outfits, as are to Eric, Tommy, Carlheim, and Stamboni. And then we have the SheLP agenda looking sexy as hell.
Yeah.
Ariel, Britt, Steph, and Kelsey. And we did get to thinking that and if we were in prison together, like we're gonna try to escape. So
Yes.
we're trying to hook up with these guards to you know.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to
So-
fuck my way to freedom.
Yeah.
You want to ask which one? Any of them? It's
Well, whichever
Close your eyes and fucking
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
You kidding?
right. I'm down for all 4.
Uh-huh.
But
You're like my children. I can't pick which one I want to fuck.
I did imagine if there was like a prison gangbang, in 20 minutes, all the guys would be done. And the one would be like, the one would be like, when are we starting? Like they would need more prisoners, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I will say in the picture.
Yeah.
He made me the least fuckable in the picture.
Well,
You don't even look like you look like
I think I look exactly how I look.
I look
you
like
look like a
piece of
super.
ass.
Yeah. I look like the guy.
Stamboni doesn't look good.
I
I
got
look like the
Stamboni
guy-
looks bad.
Oh, it is Stamboni's the worst.
I got
Yeah.
an
But
upgrade.
Eric looks like
Eric looks amazing.
Yeah.
No, Eric Daddy's all
I believe
of us.
Eric said he thinks he looks the most rapey. So, yeah.
I look like
Tommy
Yeah.
looks a little
right,
bit.
right.
Eric
Yeah.
looks like he's the leader of the white Aryan gang that's in
Yes.
prison. That's
Yeah.
what Eric looks like.
You ever seen the movie Shot Caller?
Yes,
With the Beast?
I have.
Dude, Tommy looks
Yeah.
like the fucking
Yes.
beast.
Brittany says he didn't choose Joe. AA goes off your image, so it's,
Oh yeah.
you're gonna look. Said the computer's wrong.
I look like
The
the,
internet
guy
doesn't know
who
what it's doing.
in,
Yeah.
in the I think it was in Shawshank that has the bird in his and he's feeding
Right.
the worm to the
Yeah.
bird. That's what I look
That's
like.
what you look like.
That's what
I want a
look
new
like.
image with Mario in your prison cell.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Mario dressed up in some fitted bed sheet dress.
So
Okay, I'm sorry. Last thing.
Yeah.
Do you think you're Mario's emergency contact?
Yes, is this Joe Robinson?
Yes.
There was a slip and fall
Yeah,
here in the
your-
office.
your
I'm like,
partner
oh.
fell. My partner, what?
Do you live with a Mario? He's been in the women's room crying, and he says you're the only person he wants to talk to.
I have to nurse him back to health. He's in my bed.
A side note: he has a bomb vest on. Right now. As if you don't-
I'm bringing him soup in my bed.
you wake up.
What do you want to watch?
You wake
Vampire Diaries? Okay, here we go.
What do you do if he's you wake up, he's sucking your dick, but he's got a gun held to his own head? You wake up,
Please do this, Mario.
I wake up.
you wake
Yeah.
up, he's sucking your
Yeah.
dick, but he's got a gun held
Yeah.
to his head. He's
Joe
like,
Bus
I
immediately.
lied.
"Is he all- Joe's never come quicker.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know this was my thing.
I'd never leave my room.
No, keep the gun.
Yeah.
up.
Then
Keep
he,
the gun
then
up.
he eats a beef stick like a
Oh,
cigarette at the end.
shit. Oh my
Okay.
God.
right.
Yes. Let's
July
get into some
8th.
of the stuff we're going to be
Well,
doing
look.
that you reminded me of upstairs earlier.
Well, you had this idea, and it ended up being a show title, and we need to revisit it. The play on Shark Tank, where
Yes.
they pitch their business. Shark Tank. People, we want you to pitch us your podcast.
Yes, we do.
Well, we can record it ahead of time, and then we'll put it together in one episode for a Palooza. And give us your little 1 minute spiel, your little pitch, what it would be about, who what you're going to talk about, who's on the show with you.
Make like a clip and we actually play
Of course.
a clip of
Yeah,
it?
we
Yeah.
definitely need to play a clip. What
Yeah,
I was saying
love
upstairs
that.
earlier. Let's because time is of the essence. We'll do
Yeah.
a Kill Tony style
Yeah.
minute or two of the podcast. We will know pretty quick. There's audio quality.
Yes.
There's conversational interest. There's humor.
Could,
There's
could it have
seriousness.
legs? Could it be more than one episode?
It could exactly. Could this
Yeah.
be a series with a cliffhanger, something like that? How do you plan on promoting it? And then we could either say,
Yeah.
hey, it's a no from me, dog. I get that's a different reality show. Or at the end, do we treat this like Shark Tank?
Yeah,
where
what if we
yes.
want to put it on our page?
Yes.
Yes, it works.
And
is it, we
wanna
like
know.
it, but then like Shark Tank, we go, but I want a 20% interest in this, and I'm going to do a segment on here, or I want you to do this. Like on Shark Tank,
they're
the
going to make
sharks-
no money. We're going to make out all
Oh,
of it.
we're
Yeah, yeah.
making
Yes.
all
Okay,
the money.
you
on
now
this.
get to give us your intellectual
Yes,
property.
right.
We will put it
Yeah.
on our Patreon.
I've already given one a thumbs up. It's the Mario agenda.
Yes,
I've already-
the Mario agenda is on there.
It's the show
Okay.
title.
It's,
It's
a
called,
me, Mario.
it's called
Yeah.
Crisp Sheets.
Yes, yes. Your side of the pond.
But definitely, yes. You can just email me if you like, robmaher@gmail.com.
Yeah.
ROBMAHER.
And hell, we've already clearly got some listeners submitted audio right now. The She-LP agenda is a
Yes.
huge hit.
Mhm.
And anybody in there can do an individual one. If anybody would like to partner up, make it a group project, whatever.
Yeah.
But how many of these you are we looking to listen to? 4 or 5?
I mean, that
As many as
seems
we
like the
get.
right amount. Yeah.
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 So please submit some stuff. I know you guys are out there. I know there's
Yeah.
people that want to do some shit. Yeah.
Mhm. I mean, no one asked for this. Chris did of his own volition.
Yes.
And gave it to us when we started
Mhm.
doing the solo series stuff. And it was just so fucking good that
So
there was no way
good.
we couldn't keep putting them up.
You're going to do another,
There's going to be a
the
just,
Dumbcast.
there's going to be a
hopefully.
Dumbcast. There's going to be a Dumbcast up there.
I'm going to do a positive Rob Pod.
I'm thinking about
uplifting,
doing a
happy,
positive
drunk one.
Just Justin.
Yes.
We've got the special that's going to be the
I'm going to
90
get
minute
fucked
version.
up. I'm going to do one of my
Yes.
shows. I'm also going to put some trivia together, some DLP trivia.
Yeah,
I don't know
well,
exactly
'cause
how
the-
we'll do
The
that. but-
Shield, we're going to do that. Actually, you can play like we did the Katie Cup. We're going to do that where you can just go on the site and
Okay.
play on your phone. So we'll
Cool,
do like
cool,
the Katie
cool.
Cup.
All right.
That'll be part of the Shield agenda.
Yeah, love that.
And Eric's got some stuff involving potentially another a Jeremy movie project.
Holy
in the
shit,
past,
that's
so
a big deal.
exciting.
That's a real big
And
deal.
Joe and I are considering doing a track off with songs from movie soundtracks.
Yeah, we know we did the vote.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do. You win, Brittany. We're going to do the Beatles
and the Who,
and the Who next.
And you're going to be doing movie songs that are specifically written for a film.
Yes.
So not just a song that a film
I
licensed.
think we have to make it. Yeah, it has. The first time you heard that, it was released on the movie soundtrack.
Okay.
Yeah, Staying Alive.
And Stone Temple Pilots, Big Empty from The Crow.
Hey, the Linkin Park from Transformers.
Linkin Park, What I've Done, which I missed when I went to see them, and I fucking really was bummed out about that.
Danger Zone, Take My Breath Away, Purple Rain. I mean, whole Purple Rain.
Oh, dude, the entire Judgment Night soundtrack with Dennis
I think we have to make
Cuba Gooding Jr.
one from each movie though to make it. We'll tweak the rules.
Okay,
we're still we're workshopping it. So
I love it. So it'll be all the stuff that you love. There's going to be some surprises. If you like last year, this one's going to be even bigger.
Making it bigger.
There's going to be some video content, stuff like that. And I have no doubt because, we're about a month and a half away from it. We'll still have some other stuff.
Oh, 100%.
I do. And I was going to call the thing the Chrome edition. Someone made me laugh. It was one of you in chat and said that the 90-minute extended edition of the special should be called the Terry cut.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's all involving like jokes with my dad. I didn't run by him. So I'm going to call it that instead.
That's cool.
We're going to call it the Terry cut because
awesome.
it involves some stuff that it's got to stay behind a paywall. If it gets back to him that I talked about it, including maybe, just maybe, if you didn't see the performance live that night, it came up in therapy a couple of years ago. For real, that maybe my parents hooked up with the neighbors and I was in the other room and during it something bad happened that you don't want to have happen during an orgy. Okay. It's like if you took a bunch of mushrooms and there was a car accident out front, you're like, oh, this is horrible. You don't want this to happen at your parents' orgy. So that's all.
You don't
want it to have happen. So if you're there, if you don't, the Terry cut, Patreon Palooza, July 8th. Also, Murder Mystery. We're doing our new trivia Murder Mystery, the second one.
The answer is Murder 2. It's similar format as last time. It's all new trivia questions, all new murder to solve. We had a nice Zoom rehearsal tonight with Ashley and the three of us.
Hell yeah, it was great. It's gonna be so fun.
We did one in the lounge about a month or so ago, which went really well. This is going to be at Ram's Head on May 29th. That's a Thursday night. Also doing it July 5th. That's a Saturday night at Magooby's. Bussy will be performing during the intermission, so you get your Eric and Tommy.
And they have a new song, which is a banger.
Oh, is this the
Father's Day?
Father of the Glory? Jesus Christ.
Nice.
It might be. This might be their Bohemian Rhapsody.
It's
really good. We're going to try and get back to Brightbox at some point, Steph.
Yep.
There was a ownership change.
Yeah.
So we're trying to
hostile takeover.
There was. Yeah. Okay. Gordon Gekko bought the Brightbox. So we're going to try and get our way back into there. And Edwin, perfect idea. Listen, Edwin's already putting his thinking cap on as far as the Shark Tank submit your own ideas. A sports talk one. We don't have anything sports oriented.
Where you peaked in high school.
Called Peaked in High School. Yeah. I love that. All about looking back at sports accomplishments. That is surprising that in the DLP universe, and don't turn to me for it, that there's no anything sports oriented. Considering
we had Lock It Up, but it wasn't really part of
but
it was something Robin.
It was a sponsored thing. There was a financial component to that, and fingers crossed there will be again one day.
You don't consider wrestling a sport?
Well, we should time a new fantasy league for the Patreon as well for wrestling.
Yes, we do. We're done.
We got to figure those details out.
Rob cleaned house. I think I got second.
We want to involve some listeners. So we got a lot of shit to work out. But again, that's not till July 8th. You can join now on patreon.com/the DLP agenda. As little as $5 a month to get access to all the shows. If you're a free member, you can go right now. You obviously join for free. You go to the DLP free view and collections. There's about 10 or 12 podcasts that you can listen to.
And we are going to make it the $5 tier for everybody, for everything at the Palooza, just to get you in on that. Yeah, because I'm going to probably sell the special.
We can sell it separate, yeah.
Well, once Palooza's over.
Sure.
So you're going to want to get in on that because a week later, I'm going to remove that from it, and it's going to be a $10 thing on its own, trying to recoup a couple of bucks.
Sure.
But that day, that week, it's going to be $5 as a part of everything. So $5 entry level. And it's one of the things that if you're already a $5 member, consider going to 10, consider going to 20. And if you're already a $50 member, what's it like to be flush with cash? So thanks for that.
And 100% after tonight's revelation, Mario will be involved.
Mario might be involved next week.
You think he should give him his own podcast where he just...
Hey, you might be sitting in that chair.
I come down, he's already here.
He's already started. Yeah. Hey, where are you? Rob and I are clearly being held hostage. Hey, Joe. He's got a blade
Yes,
towards each
both
one of
of
us.
us. Yes.
Each one of us clearly being held by a terrifying man. Hey, it's me, Joe. Oh,
Oh,
something with the Eagles.
be nice to us, Mario.
All right, take care.
Later.
Talk to
See
you
ya.
next week.